Hey guys, how's it going? Alex Denney here. It's so nice to see you. Sorry I haven't really been around that much in the last, I don't know, 3 years. I figured it was time for a little bit of a reintroduction. Hopefully, those of you who are subscribed are able to see this video in your feeds. I feel like the notification bell might not even have been a thing back when I was posting more regularly, doing my Hamilton thing. So if you are seeing this, hopefully give that bell a click, I guess, if you would like to see more of the stuff that I have coming up. I'm going to be talking about it right now. And I'll say it now. Leave me a comment to let me know that you're here. So, reintroduction. Who am I? Alex Denney. I am a guy who was originally raised in the Virginia Beach area, but I have been living in the Los Angeles area for the last 8+ years. If you are already subscribed here, if you're seeing this video, at this point you probably know me best for my ukulele covers of popular songs and a whole big chunk of Hamilton the musical. As well as some ukulele tutorials, though I haven't done one of those in quite a while. And maybe you've even liked some of the original songs that I've posted on here. If you do, I love you right back. But there's a lot more that I'm into you might not know about. I am an actor, professionally trained. I have been, I guess, most notably in The Rookie on ABC in one episode. I was most recently on a show called Unusual Suspects on Investigation Discovery. I have unfortunately not been able to do any live action acting since COVID started, but that's just the way of it. Hopefully, we're on our way out, and I'll be able to get back to doing that fairly soon, next year, sometime next year, hopefully. I'm also a trained improviser. I'm currently I've been keeping up with that. Practicing with a group of other improvisers called Ham Daddy, and my main creative focus over the last year has been my podcast Island Life with Alex Denney. It's an improvised interview show from a man shipwrecked on an island of talking animals. Some of my guests so far have included Celeste Pachu and Amanda Blake Davies, who are both from the show Work in Progress on Showtime, Jessica Lynn Verdi, who is the voice of Best Buy, and Brian James O'Connell and Sean Cowig from Sci-Fi's Hell Den. And we've got 50 episodes you can listen to for free right now. What's been going on with me besides that? Well, I'll tell you. Pretty much the last you majorly heard of me was me telling you I felt like I was going to have a nervous breakdown and I was discontinuing my Hamilton project. That was about the same time that I started realizing, I suffer from anxiety and depression, started seeing a therapist, and so, that's something that I now know that I deal with. I also, in the last couple of years, have been dealing with issues with my wrists that made it very difficult to work, and that's been one of the main reasons I haven't been doing much music up until recently. Thankfully, I've been able to see a new occupational therapist, and I do seem to be on the mend there. I'm hoping will open me up to being able to do a lot more than I've been able to do in the last couple of years. This is the thing. I like doing lots of different stuff. Again, if you're here, you probably know me mostly from my music, and I love doing music, and I'm going to be doing more music, but I don't want to stop doing those other things. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to make them my full-time gig yet. I work for a tech company out here, very grateful to have this good, flexible job, but it also takes up a good amount of my time that I would love to otherwise be able to devote to creative work. And part of that is, especially if I want to be spread out with lots of different kinds of creative work, I can't. I feel like now I'm realizing I can't be spreading myself so thin, and then I need to focus it, and that's why I am consolidating my YouTube channels, consolidating my social media. I'm going down to one of each. From here on forward, this YouTube channel is not only going to be where I put my music, but I'm also going to be posting stuff here from my acting, from my improv, my podcast. That's all going to be going right here. This is going to be Alex Denney Central, baby. As the days and weeks and months go on, I'm going to be migrating stuff over from my acting page. I'm going to be posting episodes of the podcast here. It's all coming right here. And in fact, in a bit of serendipity, I had not changed over to the YouTube /C/ username thing. I was still on YouTube /user /Denney in stereo, and kind of in honor of this changeover, as I was discovering this, now I can be on this channel, youtube.com/C/ just Alex Denney. Not just Alex Denney, just C/ Alex Denney. So this is going to be the place to be. I know there's some of you who might not want to see my other non-music stuff, but I'm hoping that there will be a lot of you who will be interested in the other stuff I do, or at least that it won't turn you off so much that you'll want to leave. Yeah, what's ahead? So like, Alex, you're doing this, but we don't just, we don't care about you just moving in older stuff or whatever. What are you going to be doing? What do you want us to stick around for? Well, I'll tell you. One, probably what will be most interesting to a lot of you, I'm going to have a new bit of Hamilton content coming out very soon. Not long ago, I was reached out to by another YouTuber, another ukulele player named Elaine Lynn, and she asked me if I wanted to collaborate on a cover of Quiet Uptown. It's Quiet Uptown from Hamilton the Musical. And so we are in the late stages of getting that finished up. Hopefully that'll be releasing maybe as soon as next week. So, new Hamilton stuff. First collaboration of that manner right here. And I'll link to Elaine's channel in the comments below. What else? Island Life Season 3 is going to be starting, first episode releasing January 5th. And not only is it going to be an audio podcast, but I am planning on making it more of still primarily audio, but having a visual component to it as well. In fact, what you're going to see this week, I'm going to be posting an animatic version. I don't know if there's a better word to call it, but it's an animatic version of the first episode of the show, which has been cut down to the length of what an animated episode of TV would be, and art in place as each character's talking. It's all a part of kind of trying to build the podcast, and maybe it could be an animated show. So this is kind of working towards that. I hope you'll check that out when it comes out. Give it a try, and let me know what you think of the show. Let me know what you think of the visual component. Yeah, other than that, going to be moving full episodes to post here as well, just the audio. I feel like I was, for some reason, averse to putting the podcast up on YouTube, wanted to just keep it in the podcast download space, but now I'm like, why not? Everything's going right here. youtube.com/C/ Alex Denney, baby. That's where we are. Yeah, going to be, as I said, migrating over acting stuff, probably posting new improv stuff maybe that I'm doing with Ham Daddy on there. And hopefully if more, as more acting stuff opens up, I'll have new stuff from that to show you. And also something I want to do. I don't want to take too much of your time. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I do want to hang out with you. And that is that I am going to be starting to do a monthly AMA, hangout, maybe mini concert, just kind of whatever. Starting the last Saturday of this month. That is the goal. So mark your calendar. If there's ever anything you wanted to ask me, I'd be happy to answer it, whether it's about music or acting or improv or anything else. Gosh, there's other stuff I want to do. I'm thinking about, starting up a Discord, doing more catch-up videos or videos that kind of show my process. I've had other artists do my art for my podcast up until this point, but I've always wanted to learn to do visual art myself. And so another goal for season 3 is to start producing the art for the show myself. So there might be more of that. What's last of all? Social media. If you'd like to follow what else I'm doing on social media, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Facebook.com/thealexdenney, Instagram.com/thealexdenney, Twitter.com/AlexDenneyActor. I'll post all those down in the comments below as well. And I think lastly, as I said earlier, creation is my life, basically. It's the only thing I can see myself doing in some capacity. I have to be creating, and the goal is to make myself entirely supported by my creative endeavors. And so if you like what I do, I would appreciate it so much if you'd consider being one of my patrons. I have a Patreon, patreon.com/AlexDenney. I'm new to the Patreon thing. That's all in flux, but I also want to make sure that you all who do choose to support me feel that I appreciate you. I 100% do and will. And all the same, tough times all around. If you can't support me in that way, no problem, no hard feelings. Though, hey, I'd say a like on a video, a share, telling your friends about the stuff that I do that you like, that's free. So if you want to do that, that would be super cool too. I think that's all I got to say. If you've watched this video, if you've been watching my stuff up to this point, if you're willing to stick around with me going into the future, I'm so glad to be here, so glad to have you around, and thanks for hanging out. Until next time, Alex Denney signing off.